Hello, guys. Welcome back to Red Lentil Healing. I tried doing this earlier and I caught myself going on a little bit of um, I was talking a lot and it was like a minute and a half and I hadn't pulled cards yet. So I'm just going to go right, because I was trying to set up why I'm asking this question. I'm just going to get right into the question this time. It's a little bit of a oracle reading with tarot. I want to know, first and foremost, my first question is, what does Spirit want us to know about COVID-19, these Delta variants in kids? Kids are now, with school starting and a lot of children not being able to be vaccinated, they are kind of the new, compromised group. There's a whole little area in Arkansas where there are like the entire children's hospital. They've got like, it started off as 5. Now they've got, I think it's 10 children, you guys, on ventilators because of how this is spreading. But yet people believe that children are not, they're resilient. They're not going to get that sick. You've got the same thing going on in Florida, right? A lot of children very, very sick in ICU. I just had a very close family friend, their son just got out of the hospital, very, 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 very sick for several days. He has recovered. He started his first day of school last week, but very sick. So my first question is, what is the message that what does Spirit want us to know about this new variant, or just with where we are right now with COVID and children? First card we get is the Star. There is hope. That is the most positive card in the tarot. So that is very positive, obviously. That's interesting. The challenge is the 10 of Pentacles. That's usually my Republican card. That can mean several different things. Interesting. Okay. At the base of this, though, is the Moon. There's something that has not quite come to the surface yet. There's something that's still being worked through that we have not seen. Temperance in the past, I think that makes perfect sense. There's ways we could have done more, kind of flatlined, but the cases are coming back up and it's impacting kids. There is slow movement with the Chariot at the crown. Something is moving forward. It's just moving forward very slowly. I do know that now that there has been more outbreaks, we're seeing just in the past, I believe it was the past week and a half, there has been a new surge of people getting vaccinated. I have been reading testimonials about people going, you know what? I think now I'm taking this. Now that I'm taking this little. You know what? Now I'm doing this. So I think that's what that is with the Chariot. Page of Cups. It's interesting. New emotions. We've got the supportive action in the emotions with the Queen of Wands. That's people wanting to do better. Because again, everybody, it's the kids. Sort of supportive truth in the environment, though, with the Queen of Swords. That can also tie with this Chariot. Some people are starting to go, that was their, if you want to call it the hangman perspective for them, that change of perspective was now that it's happening to, we're seeing these babies on ventilators. That may be it. So I think that's the Queen of Swords, the supportive truth here in this environment. Yep, and the hopes and fears is the King of Swords, so the ultimate truth and giving creation, giving birth to something new with the Empress. It starts with hope and ends with creation, something new in the outcome. Something good will come of this. I think that this may have been the hard lesson to finally get certain people to, at bare minimum, at least wear a mask maybe. Or bare minimum to finally start to get some people to go, maybe this isn't a hoax, because you still have a lot of people who still just don't believe that a global pandemic is serious. So there is hope, and there's something new that's going to come from this giving birth creation. So That is very interesting. I want to know, my next question and my last question in this reading is, what does Spirit want us to do? Is there something that we need to do, should be doing? What does Spirit want us to do right now, in regards to our children? So just gonna pull. Let's just pull. Something says 2, but then also something says 3. Well, I pulled 3. Let's take a look. What does Spirit want us to do? The void, hunger, and surrender. Okay. Spirit wants us to get out. It needs us to get out of this void state that some of us are still in. The void, wanting to pull the blanket overhead, not wanting to look at what's in front of us. We've got to get out of this state. Even those people who believe, those people who are vaccinated, who believe, there's still a void that we have that we may need to break through. So we got to get out of the void. Hunger. You've got to want to make the change and be hungry enough to make the change. You've got to go out there and do something. Be hungry enough to impact, to change, to do something. And at the end of the day, there's a piece of surrendering that we need to do to understand the bigger picture. When you surrender, that's when you have finally said, there's something bigger than just me. There's something bigger than the situation. There's something bigger that I need to surrender to from a spiritual perspective, so I can learn, so I can grow, so I can flourish. We've got to get our heads out of the sand. We've got to be hungry enough to make the change, and we've got to surrender and realize there's a bigger picture at play. So that's what we need to do. All right, guys. I hope everybody is well. I hope just have fun. As stressful as things have been, as chaotic as it feels like the world is, it really is not. We're just going through the blues. We're going through what humans go through, which is things. Things happen for us, not to us. Always remember that. So, or try to remember that. It's hard when you're going through something just to remember that it's happening for us. Find joy some way, somehow that you can these next couple weeks. Hang tight and find the good, because it's out there. The card started with, let me find her. That's how this whole reading started. Was the star, the hope. So at bare minimum, let this star card signify that things will come. Good things will come. And there's hope. All right, so the next video, take care of yourself, guys.